Callbacks galore in this latest chapter of Diamond No Ace. Well, let's break it down. Hey everyone, Bruce, Dragonborn Anime here. Laundry Room Bruce, Monkey D. Gucci, world's #1 striker. You already know what it is. We're here talking about Diamond No Ace, chapter 252. And we're coming off Golden Week, coming off a break. And this match feels like it's been just dragging on forever. And well, I'm not complaining because Diamond No Ace has a lot of build up to its matches usually in the manga, so I'm not complaining about that. I'm not complaining that we're having such a long match after such a long build up, but we are getting TJ Sensei is stretching out these chapters a lot, but this chapter is full of callbacks, a lot of moments where it's really stressing this match. I think the growth on both sides, the growth on both teams for both aces, but I really think it's stressing Seidou's growth, Sawamura's growth, and just really setting up, like I've been saying, really setting up TJ Sensei is this, that Seidou is ready. That Seidou is ready to take on the national stage, to take the rightful place. I say rightful. Take their place as the #1 country. Take their place as the #1 team in the country with their ace, Sawamura Asian. And we see this chapter kind of continue off from last, right? With the start of the 9th inning. And Seidou is defending, and they have... It's right before the cleanup crew starts, and Sawamura's pitching. And he begins to kind of face the lineup, and he gets an out, so we start out with 1 out. So that's 1 out down, 2 to go. And then we have the cleanup crew start to come in. And with that, this chapter, man, it really kind of calls back for Sawamura and Kosei. It calls back for both of them, but TJ Sensei, in just writing brilliance this chapter, I really got to give it to him. Just has a moment. I was not calling it. I wasn't expecting this. Sawamura hits a pitch. He hits a batter. Right, crucial moment. He's thinking, I got to pitch with Seidou's soul. I got to pitch for all my teammates. I got to pitch to win this. I can't back down. Don't let him get dragged. Don't let him drag him, meaning the batter. Don't let him drag you into the pace. Stay with your own pace, is what Sawamura is thinking. And we know when he gets in these kind of moments where he's thinking too much, not maybe too much, but he just kind of he tunnel vision. He is getting, there we go. He gets tunnel vision when he's pitching, and we saw that in the game years back at this point with Inashiro, where he hit the batter and it cost him the game. And TJ Sensei in this chapter has a moment like that. Not as egregious. I think the batter got hit on the shoulder again. And Inashiro, I think I'd have to double check that. Correct. He hit this batter on the leg. He hit the Inashiro batter on like the head shoulder region from the flashback. He's crunching up like this. So it's different spots, but it still is a dead ball, and it still is a walk to base for Ichidai third. And we see great artwork and great storytelling this chapter, just on point. Man, he draws, TJ Sensei does, kind of the moment where Sawamura immediately, that yips moment for a second, kind of comes back up, that trauma, PTSD comes back up, where he imagines the dead ball against Inashiro, and he's frustrated because also the batter that got hit with the pitch, those happen, right? We know Sawamura has really, really, really bad experience with it. It happens, and the batter is happy about it just because, he's not happy to be hit, but he's happy to get on base because he yells, yeah, like just kind of like the Inashiro batter did. He yells, yeah, and he glares at Sawamura, even though Sawamura is also, he has his hat down, he's apologizing. But this is a really tense match. It's really tense between both teams, and neither's ceding any ground, really. But I just kind of love the moment where Sawamura has... We as the audience, right, we think this is about, oh, here we go again. I know every fan reading this was like, oh, TJ Sensei's going to do us like this. He's going to bring this up. We're going to have a repeat of what happened last time. Are you serious, TJ Sensei? I know tons of you out there were thinking it. Myself included. I was like, damn it. Here goes this match that was great, and we're bringing up the damn yips and the hit ball, the dead ball. But, he thinks about it, he takes a breath, and Hoshida, the cleanup, comes up. And what would normally be, instead of being subbed out like he was in the Inashira game, right? Dead balls, again, they happen. Sawamura was a freshman. It's not like they're uncommon for pitchers. In high stakes moment when fatigue starts to hit in and tensions run high, dead balls do happen. They don't take him out, and cleanup comes up. Hashida-san, Hashan, I think, comes up, and we see Miyuki call a timeout, goes out, chats with Sawamura, and one of my favorite, I assume one of everyone's favorite moments now officially, after reading this, he consoles Sawamura and kind of makes up, and I gotta give credit to a Reddit user for pointing this out, it didn't even strike me in the moment. It kind of did, but he put it he put it better than, he put it better than I did. I'll put his name down there, or their name down here, sorry. They put their name down there. They explained that Miyuki is redeeming himself as well in this match because that happened to Sawamura again, or that happened to Sawamura when he was catching before, and Miyuki kind of just had some words for him, but he did not, he had good words for him, but he didn't notice what was happening beforehand, and I bet he feels responsible. So now Miyuki has better words for him, and he goes, he takes time out, stops everything, breathe. And he tells him, he basically tells him, you're doing fine. How you're pitching till now is great. That's all I ask for. You got people behind you. Let's finish this out. Don't try and do anything out of your ordinary this match, because your ordinary this match has been really damn good. And he says, I believe in you, partner. And in that moment, the fandom collectively just flipped the table and freaked out, because that's what we've been waiting for, damn near. We see Miyuki finally acknowledge Sawamura as a full partner, as a full battery. They are planned to take on Nationals, and that is what I've been talking about with this match. It is TJ Sensei very much taking the entire Seidou team and just saying they're ready, and showing us they're ready to take on the national stage. They're lockstep, they're lock in step, they're together, they're one, they have the same desire. And this match, I gotta point out, and I'll get to Kosei in a second because I want to talk about Kosei, but this match, there was a lot of he threw out a lot of red flags. He threw out a lot of injury flags. He threw out, the Yip flag just in this match. There's been so many moments where, just kind of in the match, pre-match mostly, I won't say there's a lot in match, but pre-match mostly, we had a sense of dread, and I say we as the fandom, I feel collectively was thinking this was like a trap game. We're setting ourselves up for heartbreak. I feel like that's what was coming. But TJ Sensei really did all that to show us that minor setbacks happen. Things like that happen. Teams who are good, who are great, who make, finals and win, move past that, grow beyond that. And I think that's what this chapter and this whole match really has been showing us. And I'm having TJ Sensei kind of put that in there just to show us that Miyuki and Sawamura are on the same page, and that Miyuki has learned from his mistakes just as much as Sawamura has grown past his to keep his cool and hopefully keep his cool and hopefully close this match out. I think that's what's going to happen personally. I think obviously as of now, I think Seidou has a victory just because I think they're gonna get through it. I don't see him pulling the rug out from under us, but I think that's what this match is showing us, is that Sawamura has grown beyond and is able to handle the pressure that comes along with being an ace, as well as trials and tribulations that happen in games like Dead Balls, for example, just to name an example. Now, Kosei, I mentioned a lot of growth on both sides. Kosei, along with his cheering that is uncharacteristic of him, he now went to the bullpen to pitch while his senpai, his teammate, his cleanup hitter is fighting, and his other batters are fighting on behalf of the team. He is fighting in the bullpen, supporting them, warming up, believing that they'll pull through. If they can get him on the mound, he'll shut him down. That is his mentality, that is his approach, and that's great to see from Kosei, number one, and number two, it's just excellent writing. It's an excellent arc. Kosei is probably one of my favorite arcs in the series. Sometimes, his character bugs me just how kind of arrogant he is. It happens, but his arc specifically is really great, and I enjoy that he's in the series, and I can't wait to make a video on him one day. But before that happens, we gotta finish the match, and he is warming up. He is cheering for Hoshida-san, and now we have the cleanup. I don't know why I keep doing this. Ignore it. We have the Hoshida-san matchup with Sawamura, and remember, Hoshida did get a home run off of him. Remember that he is a terrifying batter, and his level will be at nationals. So this is a real final test for Sawamura and Miyuki as a battery, and for Seidou as a defense to handle him. But I'm curious to see how they'll face down Hoshida. And we end the chapter with Sawamura mid-throw, action scene, nice drawing, great shading, and as always from TJ Sensei with Go Sawamura. And that is the end of the chapter. Excellent ending. We see everybody thinking, kind of putting their hopes and their dreams on Sawamura's back. And that's the end of the chapter. And what an excellent chapter it is this week, guys. It's the growth in this match has been excellent. And just that ending panel, I gotta put it up here. It's a great ending panel because just everything leading up to it, all the, Chris Senpai is in the stands, the managers, the dugouts looking at Sawamura. The opposite HI Thirds coach is looking at Hoshida, knowing how much he swings his bat, how much he practices, how much he does, put all three of his years into his bat at bat. It's just a great climax, guys, and I'm really excited for next chapter now because it has to. I don't know if the match will end, but this matchup has to be the whole chapter of them just getting after it. And I think the chapter after this next one will be the end of the match. I think that is what's going to end, but it's hard to tell with TJ Sensei sometimes. He's been dragging this out, but he can end it abruptly next chapter. I never know with him. But that is the chapter, guys. I hope you enjoy this review. I hope that you will like this video. You will subscribe if you stuck all the way through. I appreciate it. Until next time, guys. Later.